No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the UCLA Bruins, taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Running behind that left side. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll give it to the back. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Hines is way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28. Guys, let's take a minute here and think about UCLA. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Makes the catch, it's Clyde.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. This quarterback part of their running game. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
Bought a little time, lets it go. Incomplete behind the receiver. Maybe this freshman got a little too anxious. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Looking left. Finds his man open. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete and total command of the offense, and that's why he's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's got a real chance to go to New York and try to win that Heisman Trophy.
Defenses have their hands full with him. They just give up a big pass there for a first down, but it's not just the arm you got to worry about, it's his legs too. This guy's top 10 in the nation, total touchdowns scored, and that's why he's in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy.
Gets it out fast. Touchdown, TCU! A great catch and run for 6. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And he's going to bring this one out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12. The Bruins want to pick up the tempo.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Looking to throw, it's Underwood. That's caught, it's Bray. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. And the Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. Finding open areas. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Got 5 wide out spread across the field on 2nd and 5. A designed run for the quarterback. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Extending the play. Going to try to get it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
And I really like the belief and the discipline by this QB because he drops back, he wants to throw the football, he sees it's covered, but he says, I can go get it, and takes off and barely gets enough for the first down, but way to pull the trigger, run it, and run it with authority.
Give to the running back. Look out, he's got room. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down. The Bruin uniforms look pretty, but don't let it fool you. They'll stick their face in the fan and run it tough like a Freeman McNeil used to.
Okay, a good pull. Freeman McNeil, I don't remember him, but I do remember a guy like Maurice Jones-Drew, who's a little bowling ball and just ran physical, and just finding those guys that you can feature in your offense.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. To the air, it's Underwood. That's reeled in. It's Brigg. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, UCLA. Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point is blocked. Picks it up. That's a live ball. Inside the 50. Inside the 30. Inside the 10. He takes it all the way back for the defensive two-point conversion.
Great job on special teams. Getting penetration, getting the block. You've got the convoy. It's a scoop score, 2 points the other way.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Ezukama. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Baker. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. And the Horned Frogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First play of the period will be a second down. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Looking to scramble. Rolling right and going deep. He's got it along the sideline. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
And, man, this guy's shown you the whole gamut, the whole arsenal. Like, he can run, he can throw, he can handle the moment, he can handle pressure. I'm interested to see how he finishes this season. He's already in the top 10 in total touchdowns, rushing and passing. Had a phenomenal year. Now is the time, late in the season, when you can go win those individual awards.
Throws a nice completion there for a first down. This guy has been the biggest key to this team's success all season long. He's shown up in big moments. He's won big games. He's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's in the discussion to win the Heisman Trophy.
Picked off to stop the threat. Got room on the return. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They closed the gap on their last drive. Now an opportunity to take the lead if they can score here. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case in there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Looking to pass. It's Underwood. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. The Bruins headed quickly to the line. You can become a star making efficient plays and getting first down, sort of like a Mark Harmon kind of way to play quarterback. Breaks into the open. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Looking to throw on first down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Going to take a shot at this DB. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. Trying to pick up a first down.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Caught over the middle. It's Flores. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Buys a little time with his feet. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
That's a heads-up decision by the quarterback there. You want to throw a touchdown, but if it's not there, just throw it away, and now we got third.
It's third and goal, and a long way from the end zone. To the ground with the back. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. A relatively short field goal try from 26 yards out. Absolutely center cut. And the field goal ties it up here in the second quarter. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. With the catch, it's small. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Horned Frogs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Grab near the marker. It's Payne. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
It's just incredible. You see the arm talent in that last throw. The quarterback position is the hardest position to play in team sports. The fact that this guy is right out of high school and somehow in the conversation to win the Heisman Trophy, that's one of the best stories right now in all of sports.
Man, that one is going to make this quarterback sick to his stomach. That's almost always automatic for him.
Yeah, that's pitch and catch. That's day one. When you go out and watch practice, the ball very rarely hits the ground unless you have a defender because these QBs and wide receivers are so good. But man, just a mishap, a little overthrown.
Wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Might be calling a hot route. Wide receiver comes in motion. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. On target over the middle. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
And he shows you the arm right there, but I tell you what, I've been impressed with this young man and his ability to do both. Rush, throw, lead a team, put up huge numbers in the top 10 in total TDs running and passing. And this dude very much in the Heisman race. He's had a great season.
There he goes. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Going to swing it on second down. Pressure coming. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play.
Really good play by this defense, and you know exactly what you're getting with this guy. Man, he is electric. He is dynamic. He'll make plays, so you got to do a good job of containing him in the pocket. And when he starts to scramble, chase from one side. Don't overlap with another guy. Nice job by the defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got it in the middle with Baker. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down.
That's a really big completion for the offense. And look, I know they didn't get the first down, but because of it, they're now set up in fourth and very short. And if you're the head coach, you're thinking very long and hard if you're going to go for this one now because of that success you had on that play.
Here's the pressure. Gets it inside the 5, and now it'll be first and goal from the 4.
And this offense, they don't want a field goal. You can tell. They want a touchdown. They want points. Fourth down, going for it. And how about the QB, man? How about the poise? Dropping back to throw the football. Nah, it's not open. Nothing there. I don't feel...
Touchdown, Horned Frogs! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Scanning the field, it's Underwood. Floating away. Trying to make magic with his feet. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run. But you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time they let him get out of bounds.
Rush is on him. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner. Just exhausting.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
And you make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Bruins will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, man. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. The give is to Williams. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Out of the shotgun on third down. Grabbed over the middle. It's small. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Offense facing 4th down.
Using his feet. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
That's a down and distance that would make a lot of coaching staffs pause, maybe call a timeout and think about, but not this one. There was no doubt, Reese, they were going to run the football and try to pick that up on 4th.
Direct challenge to the defense. If you want the ball, you're going to have to take it from us or stop us, and they didn't.
So moving forward in this game, let's just see how this defensive line responds to this. Can they be more physical and start winning their one-on-one battles?
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to pass on second down. Quickly out to the tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing there.
Calls his own number. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
You know, they went QB designed run, but there just was nowhere for the quarterback to go. Couldn't go outside, and there was just way too many bodies on the inside for him to get anything positive. They lose a yard.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. A shot toward the end zone. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
I like the idea to go for it there on 4th down. You're basically at midfield, and you've got confidence in your guys to be able to go out. You've got experience in this offense. Guys have made these types of plays before. That time, the defense stepped up. They bowed up and made a better play and take over. Now you need your defense to get on the field in a sudden change situation and get you the football back.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Fires to the right. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. The sure hands, it's Baker. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. And the Horned Frogs are facing 3rd and inches. He might want another play. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Past the 45. Oh, he ruins the big gator with a fumble. That is a serendipitous turn of events with the fumble going out of bounds. They'll maintain possession.
And you start to get that offense going and start having success, you've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, I take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, late in the year, this guy is square in the middle of the Heisman Trophy discussion because of his performance. He throws a nice completion there for a first down, but it's been week in, week out. Big moments. He's led this team to a ton of wins. He is their best player.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. The Horned Frogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, TCU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with 2 points.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks like he's going to bring it out. And the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one.
That's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball again.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Hauls it in. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Really nice throw there. I'll tell you, UCLA, they've got an impressive history book of quarterbacks, going all the way back to Rick Neuheisel. Troy Aikman is a name people will recognize. Cade McNown back in my day. And then recently, DTR was carving up.
He lobs one high down the left side. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. The defender was right there.
And I tell you what, every time you throw in that direction, your coach holds his breath. Like, it was just a tip there, but he's #1 in the nation in interceptions for a reason. Breaks on the ball, sees the ball, make big plays. Be careful throwing that direction.
He's not afraid to go deep. He's got it. He got a foot down along that left sideline. You know what it takes to make a throw like that. And the Bruins will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air. It's Underwood. Gets it out quickly. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Motion from the wideout. Wants to throw on 1st down. Oh, he wants it all. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Second down, they'll go to the air. This time it's complete. He'll be shoved out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Throws to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Flushed out of the pocket. Lets it fly. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Plummer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. That's caught. It's Shelton. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. Last completion got them a 1st down. Let's see what they do now. Just a short pass to the tight end. Finds a crease at the 20. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
And, man, this QB has delivered all year long. All the hype coming in as a freshman. Like, will he get on the field? Not only does he get on the field, now we're talking late in the season about being a true freshman quarterback, possibly winning the Heisman. You talk about a guy that has handled every moment and embraced it and excelled. This guy has been phenomenal.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now.
And there's a coachable moment for that young man right there. It's a nice run. Your team's got the lead late, but because of that, you cannot go out of bounds before you get to 2 minutes. If you go out, the clock's going to stop, and that's a coachable moment, something he'll learn from moving forward.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They want to run this quarterback. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
I think that might be the very definition of just trying to rub salt in the wound, right? You got the lead, multiple possessions, you're looking really, really good, you know, late in the ball game, and you go for it again. So you're just trying to, listen, it's their job to stop you. I like the offense doing what they do. Forget you, defense. Get a stop. That's your job, and you did it.
Here comes the heat. Makes the grab on the left side. And they'll bring him down after the long completion, a chunk play for the offense. The Bruins want to move quickly.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive. Maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later, go play action, make it look the same before shooting it downfield. They just did it right away on first down, first play of the drive. If you get the matchup, take the shot. That's exactly what happened. Nice job.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks. And they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Quick strike complete. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. And the Bruins are moving quickly down the field.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have...
Deep shot for the end zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Bruins.
And the biggest thing is identifying coverages, right? Like, quarterback has to line up and see what he's seeing and see those safeties. I know outside with that safety in the middle of the field, I got a chance to attack and attack deep with my speedster, and he does a great job throwing the football out there, and he does the rest with the catch and then striding it into the end zone.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Ezukama. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. He'll take it himself. Turning it on! Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
And listen, the QB gave everything he had, right? He tried to get the first down. He even laid out. He wasn't worried about getting whacked. He tried to get the first down. Good effort, but just comes up a little bit short.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. They'll give it to him again. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The offense changing the play. Leaves it with the running back. Oh, he's got some space. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game. And the Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride.